everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. The sun has come out after today's storms, so I'm going to stick with a bit of menthol today. Fine Snakebite. I've got it in here, it's in a stray whisker tub. A good whack of menthol. It just smells like menthol, nothing else. Smells like Vicks Vapor Rub, that's about it. And it looks like that. What I did was grated it. I don't know whether you can actually see the sort of texture of the gratings, which you can just sort of see it. Oh yeah, good bit of menthol to clear the nose out. It's been actually pretty warm today. Been out working all day, I've just got back, so I'm going to have a shave now. I was going to do a bit of a brush comparison, just solely based on Wolf Whiskers knots, on the Black Wolf knots in particular, just the Black Wolf knots. This is the 25mm fan, I've also got the 25mm Ultra fan, and I've got the 24mm bulb, which is pretty identical to the Tuxedo knot. Now, someone's asked on the channel, sent me a message on through Facebook, who has got on the list for Wolf Whiskers and just wants a bit of help in terms of choosing the knot. Now, he solely face lathers, so before I've even kicked a ball or done anything, this is pretty much the knot I would go for, the 25mm fan. I'm going to use that today. Tomorrow I'll use the 25mm Ultra fan, and the day after I'll use the Black Wolf 24mm or the Tuxedo knot, as it pretty much is, and try and give as much of a breakdown of what the knot feels like and how it works. Now this one in particular has got heaps of backbone, it really has. If you try and push near the bottom, even near the top, it still takes a bit to get it going. I mean, I'm giving that a reasonably good push there, but as you can see, this one, once you get to a certain point with it, with pushing, it just splays, just goes. And that's what I love about this for face lathering. The Ultra fan is slowly getting there for some reason, I don't know why, but it's softening up. So, I don't know why I'm wetting my hands. Right, fine Snakebite. So let's get the brush dipped in the water. Cold water shave, a bit of sun outside, a little bit warmer today. The storms are done for a few days at least. Straight onto the dry puck. Haven't used fine Snakebite for a while now, and I do like it just for a kick of menthol. It's not super strong like Glacial Sterling, but it's pretty good. And I like the smell of menthol, I think it's great. So all I'm doing here is just loading up the brush. I'm going to face lather today, I'm not going to bowl lather, so just for a face shave. And that's pretty much me done. That's the brush loaded. I'm just going to give it another few swirls, and then we'll go from there. So easy to load, really easy to load. This soap's actually pretty good, you can't really shoot it down. A little drink of coffee. I'll wipe the face. I had a little ingrown hair here this morning, which I managed to get out no problem. Which I was surprised about. I haven't had any problems at all since I've started using my jade razor, believe it or not. Although that could be the sign, the first sign, that the blade is on its way out. Oh, get a kick of menthol in my eyes already. Right, so this brush, this knot, I'm not going to go into too much detail with the soap. You guys have seen it, I've reviewed it a few times before, or used it a few times before and spoken about it. The knot for painting is superb, it's so soft. Very, very simple. As you can see, it sort of sticks together with a pasty soap. So all I do now is just dip it in the water, paint a bit of water in it, and just paint it onto the actual lather that's on my face, or the load that's on my face at the moment. It's making my lips go numb. Right, now I'm at a point now where I've got enough moisture to splay this brush very, very easily. So all I do is just push it on, and as you can see, it splays straight away. There's no force with it, I'm not having to give it a push. It splays, but it's springing. You can see there, it's giving me enough pushback. It's got good backbone, and it's got great scrub. In terms of the three brushes, this one for me, out of all the three Black Wolf knots, is the one that gives the most comfortable scrub. It's got a great scrub, but it's also extremely soft. I think it looks great, but ultimately, for face lathering or head lathering, this is one of the best. I will get to the head lathering with the Ultra fan when it comes along, but the Ultra fan for me It's probably a slightly better head lather than this one because you can give it a bit more oomph and it pushes back more. It's got a little bit more spring and backbone in it. As you can see, the face coverage is good on this. Once again, on the Ultra Fan, it's got more coverage when it's splayed. This lather's going insanely thick and creamy. A lot of these soaps that I've had for a long time as well, I haven't actually seen a tuxedo or a black wolf knot, some of them. And this knot just whips up lather like a maniac. It goes absolutely insane with lather. I didn't load the brush for long, as you've seen. 2 or 3 dips in the water. I'm going to stop there and just paint this on a little bit because it's getting so thick, I'm struggling. I'm already feeling the cooling from the menthol, big time. Look at that, it's caked. The good thing with this soap when you can get it to this consistency is it doesn't really get messy. It doesn't start running down the handle of the brush. Look at that. I don't know if you can see the gloss on there. I think you can just see it. So now I'm onto the painting strokes. Painting with any of these Black Wolf brushes is just beautiful. It's so soft. It really is. There we go. Right, onto the razor. The gem. What else? So this one is the Gem Micromatic bullet point. Couldn't get my head around that there. 8 dots on that side, 8 dots on the other side. I just flip this blade over each time I use it, and I am on shave number 17 today on this one blade. I haven't stropped it, I have done nothing with it. That's just taking it out, drying it, put it back in the razor. So here we go, shave number 17 on the Ted Pella gem style razor blade. I've got just over a day's growth, probably 26, 27 hours. Now this blade in particular, for me, just going on memory, was actually its smoothest from sort of shave number 5 through to shave 10. And it's still smooth, that's really smooth, it's chopping through the hair, no problem. Now of course I'm shaving every day at the moment, so you don't really get the same effect of how this is cutting because you can't really see it on the camera. You can hear it, but it's not got a, I can't really go up close, show you, and you'll see a big difference. Oh, this feels great. I love my menthol soaps, I really do. Now this feels smoother than yesterday, so I wonder if this side of the blade is slightly sharper than what the other side is when you flip it over. I'm just amazed by it, if I'm completely honest with you guys. Well, that was an incredible first pass. Soap's lovely and slick. Woo. It's lovely and cold. Love it. Let's have a little drink of coffee. And then paint some of this excess lather on, and then straight, see how easy that just splayed back on there again. Beautiful. And give it a bit of a yeah, I mean, personally for me, I love all the 3 Black Wolf knots, each for their own sort of thing. But if you said I had to pick one, and it was only one I was allowed, it would be this knot every day of the week. I wouldn't even hesitate. The 25mm fan, I don't know what the 24mm fan's like, but it's a similar shape to this one. It's just obviously only 1mm smaller. But for the difference in price, there's no way I would go for the 24 when you can get a 25. The lather on this is absolutely beautiful. So yeah, I mean, that's still caked. I've actually flicked a massive big gob into the sink as well, so there's still loads of lather. Right, pass number 2, across the grain. Shave number 17. I feel like I'm doing the stallion here with his gold dollar straight. I think he's on shave 60 or something now. It's just amazing me, it really is. And I'm not one for, you guys know, if the blade's shit, I take it out. I say it as it is. This feels as good as a lot of brand new blades at the moment. I mean, at the end of the day, would I take these blades to 17 shaves every time? If I'm brutally honest with you, I probably would. What's the point in changing a blade that feels as good on the 15 shave as it does in the 5th? Or almost as good as it's sort of pointless chucking it out. I've only got 5 of these blades, so like I say, I'm on 17, so essentially from 5 blades, that's 85 shaves from 5 blades. And I already know now that it's going to shave 18, unless I drop it and it takes a chip out of the blade. It'll be here for tomorrow's shave as well. And given how smooth this is today, I've got no doubt in my mind that it'll be here for 20 shaves, maybe more, who knows. Oh, that menthol is just brilliant. I do enjoy the fine Snakebite. I haven't tried any of the fine silks, but I do have fine platinum splash, which I absolutely love the scent of. Creed Aventus scent, style of scent, which I own the real Creed Aventus, and it smells superb. Fine platinum is pretty darn close, it's pretty good, but longevity wise it just doesn't last. I get about sort of maybe an hour to 2 hours out of Snakebite platinum. But Creed Aventus, I put that on and that lasts all day. In fact, I actually sprayed it on in the morning one day and I could smell it the following morning, even after a shower and playing football. So that's how good that stuff is. Right, lather number 3. Just paint it on again. So it's a little bit thinner now, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to dip the tips. Whew, that's freezing. And then we'll give it a bit of a scrub, and it feels so soft on your face, this brush, but I still get loads of scrub. You really feel it. There's guys out there that love scritch and scratch and all that sort of thing. I can't stand scritch or scratch. I find it very uncomfortable. But there's none of that with this. This is just super soft with plenty scrub. Oh, that was a big dip of water, that one. Now Fine make great soaps, but they're not the best on the market. But I tell you what, when you use a brush like this, you use a knot that whips up incredible lathers. It really helps make even a good artisan soap seem phenomenal. And this is a good artisan soap. It's not as good as you, in my opinion, as Barrister Man, Holy Cod, Wickham. But it definitely holds its own with most artisans. It still holds its own with those ones. Don't get me wrong. I really would like to try the platinum, which I will get eventually. The only thing that pisses me off with, look at how much lather's still in this brush. This is a third lather from that one little load. Right, third pass, and pretty much my final pass these days because this razor is so efficient. The thing with the menthol soaps is you just got to be careful, especially if you haven't used them for a while, to not put any pressure on your skin, because you can't feel it. I can't feel my skin at the moment, it's just ice cold. I can't feel the blades. I can't feel the blade in this razor anyway, it doesn't matter how I look at it. What a shave. I'm just going to splash on my face again. God, that feels pretty damn good, that. It really does. The razor feels like an ice cube on my face right now. That's that ingrown hair just here, which I've got out, so it's just a red mark now and a little bit raised. Yeah, that feels incredibly smooth, feels great for me. Woo. Jesus. Oh. So that for me, that knot in particular, the Black Wolf 25mm fan, the regular fan knot, it's the best face lathering knot I've ever used. And I've got another knot on the way at the moment, which is the only one that I haven't tried, which might rival it, I don't know. But that's an exceptional knot. There's not, I don't think you'll find a better knot than that for a face lather. I really don't. You can try any badger, any bow or anything you want. I don't think there's anything better than that. It's just a beautiful knot, super soft, plenty scrub, lots of backbone, easy maintenance, really, really easy maintenance. It doesn't hold the lather, it doesn't eat the lather, it just does. It does everything you want from a knot and just does it impeccably well. It looks great, I think. Now the thing is, with the 25mm regular fan, the only place I've seen that actual fan for sale, or that you can actually get that exact one, is from Wolf Whiskers. Nathan Clark at MB Shave was using them, but I think he's using pretty much all Ultra fans now, which is still a great knot. But you can get the quarter moon knot from Evershave on the Etsy store. If you head over to the Etsy store and type in Evershave, that'll bring up Milton's business, and he does the Accoutrement knot, and at the moment he's got quite a lot of, they're basically clear acrylic blanks. You've seen me use the brush before, but he's giving the blank away if you buy a knot and put it into one of the blanks, and it gives you the chance to try the knot in an inexpensive brush. And I think it's like $10 or something like that, delivered Conus or in the United States, to have the knot and the handle and the shipping to your door. So it's quite an incredible deal that Milton does over at Evershave. Yeah. Right, the soap was Fine Snakebite. I've got that. I'm a shit writer. I'm surprised that's actually reasonably readable. Still shit writer. I've just noticed, it's me and my freaking labels again. The Stray Whisker labels aren't waterproof. So just something to bear in mind if you buy them. The cheapest chips anyway. They're just ideal for these sort of things. This to me is a much better solution than what Fine actually offer in their little containers. In order to actually cover your soap, you have to buy two and put the other container on top of it. It's just a stupid idea. Make a lid for it. You can get them from Aaron Frugidare. I'm not sure how you say his surname actually, but he does the 3D printing, so he actually does lids for the Fine tubs as well if you're interested. But yeah, the brush, which is mainly what I was sort of looking at today, just to give you a better idea what these knots are like. 25mm fan, super soft, amazing scrub, splays out beautifully. It's got a massive splay. I'll see if I can show you that. There you go. Huge splay. Rinse it with a bit of warm water afterwards. Get all the soap out. Scrub it on a towel like that. Sort of 10-15 goes. Takes most of the moisture out. I leave all my brushes like that to evaporate, for all the moisture to evaporate out. Never had a problem. Never had a bad smell. Never nothing. In fact, they smell great. And that's it. Every now and then I might do a bit of antibacterial hand wash just to give it a bit of a clean, but I've never had an issue. Amazing knots, amazing handles. I'm going to say that one's the 25mm fan, and it's the Purple Haze, which I believe Peterbilt still has in stock. It's not for everyone. I think it's great. I love colours that just pop and a bit mad. It's awesome. And that's the fluting on the bottom that I had done. So 7 flutes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which I think looks great, and it actually adds to the grip of the actual brush when you're holding it. Your fingers sort of sit in the grooves when you're holding it. It does really add to the grip of the brush. The gem, 17th use on this blade. This razor, or this blade should I say, the razors are amazing, but the blade is just for a single edge to go 17 shaves and still feel great. It's just mind blowing. I've got no nicks, cuts, bumps or weepers, nothing at all. Skin feels a little bit dry, I must say, from the soap. Doesn't feel as moisturised as it has done over the past little while. A little bit of Thea's medicated on. This shave's getting a bit long now. Oh yeah, that's got a lovely bit in that. And it's by far, best smell for me of all the witch hazels that I've got. I think I've got 8 or 9 witch hazels. Just smells like clove rock. If you don't like clove or you react to clove, don't buy this. But just pure clove scent, I love it. We'll let that dry in. I've got nothing to talk about now because I've done all my talking. Yeah, that feels bloody good. Oh, I'll tell you what I will show you. I'll just show you that handle. Since I'm sort of wasting time here for this to dry, and I normally put that on then talk shit, but I talk shit and then put that on, so it's screwed me up a bit. It's almost dried in anyway. This is an Evershave brush. Now, Milton over at Evershave does these handles. This one's been polished. It does these pretty much unpolished. They don't look quite as good as that, from what I hear. But he'll do that even with this knot if you want this knot. This is a lovely knot. It's lovely and soft. It's not as nice as the Tuxedo or the Black Wolf or anything like that, but it's lovely. It's got no scritch or scratch. It's a great scrub. It's a good dense knot, and it looks pretty nice as well. But that knot with this handle is like 10 or 15 bucks shipped to your door. Now, he also stocks a knot which he calls the quarter moon knot, and it looks the exact same as that. From what I hear and what Milton tells me is it's super soft, splays very easily, and it's a great knot, so it wouldn't surprise me if it's pretty much the same as this. Now you can get this knot and this handle there, the clear handle, for the same price as this knot, this one here. 10-15 bucks delivered to your door. You can then try it for cheap. If you don't like it, you probably make your money, you get your money back on it, sending it on pretty much. Or if you do like it, at least then you know you can buy the knot, put it in any handle you want. Milton does awesome work. I've got a brush coming my way from him at the moment. I mean, his custom brushes from start to finish to your door, if you buy them in America, you're looking at sort of 40, 50, 60 bucks, depending what's involved, what colour schemes you're looking for. And yeah, his prices are great. When you compare, I'm not shooting these down at all. These are $97. This was $97 delivered, I think, from memory. In America, not delivered to Australia, but delivered to America, 97 bucks. So these are, they're superb. There's no flaws in it at all that I can find. Nothing at all. It's completely smooth. There's no ringing around here where he's polished it. They're just beautiful. The knots are great. The workmanship's awesome. Now, I haven't seen an Evershave, or I haven't held an Evershave custom brush yet, so I'm looking forward to that. But these are cheap as chips, worth every penny in my opinion if you want a good brush. Some guys just don't have the money to spend 100 bucks. I don't anymore. I am in a process of, if I want to buy something, something has to leave. One in, one out, that's where I am at the moment. So these little brushes here are great starting points for someone. They make excellent gifts as well. And he's got loads of these handles at the moment because they were a sort of dodgy batch that he made. So he's just giving them away free with a knot. Why not give it a try for 15 bucks, $10-15? It's really worth it in my opinion. No matter what knot you get, from what I hear. He's also going to be stocking the cashmere knot as well, which is another sort of soft synthetic knot. Looks like boar, but it's a synthetic. So I have waffled the shit out of this video. I hope that gives you a bit of an idea what the knots are like and how they sort of work a bit. I will use the Black Wolf Ultra Fan tomorrow. They're going to finish off with Nivea Men Too Faced, which has got a good smack of menthol in it, which is just what I want to go with a menthol shave. And no burn at all, none. But I think the medicated phase does help a bit with that. There's a little bit of a more alcohol content in the medicated, but it's not that much. That was just another amazing shave in my opinion. I really enjoyed that. Amazing razor, great brush, great soap. What more can you ask for? Anyway guys, I have waffled on. 30 minutes for a face shave. Sometimes you just talk a lot of shit. You guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you in the next video. Cheers.